Okay, so there's been a lot of changes to a lot of products that are supposedly, or they are racially insensitive or anything, and people have been asking me to give my thoughts on it. Oh God, where do I even begin? Okay, let's just erase history. Anything offensive to anybody, let's get I Love Lucy off the air, because remember, Ricky used to give her a spanking. That's anti-woman, that's misogynistic. Take it off the air. We don't need to see it anymore. Let's just get rid of everything offensive to anybody. You know, we should also get rid of stuff like from the 80s, like Valley Girl and all that, because that's stereotypes of, white Californian girls that aren't necessarily true and don't, could make them look bad. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of all this shit. Anything from the 70s, like Shaft and all that, that's not the best, depiction of black people. Even though it was, made for, black people and all that. Let's get rid of Shaft. Let's erase all that fucking history, because we just need to look forward with fucking blinders on. That's all. Like fucking little horse fucking, are they blinders? Is that what they're called? I fucking forget. But that's what we need, because we just need to forget everything ever existed, because we're offended by everything, so we don't want to hear it no more. It's goddamn stupid. All right? That's what it is. First thing they wanted to get rid of was Gone with the Wind, because it was racially insensitive for the time. It was bad. It was horrible. Hattie McDaniel won an Oscar for her portrayal of, I forgot what the woman's name was and all that, for that fucking hoe Scarlett O'Hara's like maid or whatever it was. Okay, yes, it was not the most racially sensitive role ever and all that, but this woman, even though she wasn't treated right, had pride in her work, and she was so happy and honored to be nominated and win. The first African-American, I think, ever to win. Definitely an African-American woman, but yeah, I think the first African-American to win a fucking Academy Award. How do you think she would feel about fucking people going like, well, we think it's racially insensitive, so Gone with the Wind should be banned forever. People like Queen fucking Latifah and all that. First of all, bitch, nobody cares what you think anymore. Nobody cares until, with your bad rap and all that shit, and now you're mainstream. Please shut the fuck up. All these people are just, Gone with the Wind needs to go. Don't watch it. If you don't like it, don't fucking watch it. I don't watch it. I don't love the movie. I don't care, but it should exist. It should be able to be seen. So people are all like, how do you honestly think, if she could be alive today, what do you think she would say about this? Do you think she would be like, yeah, get rid of that movie. I don't want my work ever seen again because I went through a bad time. First off, when did this come out? In the 30s? Yes, it wasn't the best time. It was a reflection of what was going on at that time. Doesn't mean it's right, but it wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. Come on. Roots was fucking scarier than that. That can make black people look in a bad way, I think. It had a point to it. It was based on real, true events, but you can be offended by anything is what I'm saying. And we just have to stop being offended by everything. Because you're going to live your life being offended. There's always going to be shit to be offended by. Me, you could be offended by the color of a sign. Remember when people were offended because iPhone had a couple, like some weird design that caused trypophobia, or people who saw clusters of things to cry and twitch in a corner. We can't help everybody. Stop the bullshit. And now other people are getting in on the act. Aunt Jemima syrup has been changed. The name's being changed to, I don't know, Mima syrup, or this African-American woman's syrup, or some shit like that. In a way, I can kind of see, I would be more okay with the image being changed. Remember she had the mammy wig on forever? That fucking scarf on her head and shit like that. I was always a little offended by that. I'm like, it always kind of made me a little uncomfortable. Like, seriously, even the 70s, 80s, 90s, we're still going with this. And then they changed it to a black woman. I know, Aunt Jemima is a fucking, bad, racist stereotype, or, it has bad links to the past. It's based off something that was was ugly. But at the same time, it's a brand. It's fucking syrup. Why are we Mrs. Butterworth now? They're going to redesign the bottle to look like, I don't know, a dildo, as long as it's, not white, not black. It's got to be neutral. Like anything, maybe a mix in between, but then that might offend Hispanics. I don't the Asians are going to be pissed off about that. And then it just gets worse and worse. Uncle Ben, no more Uncle Ben's rice. It's going to be called Uncle Non-Binary's rice, I think it's going to be called. Yeah, that's it. Uncle Non-Binary Cis Man's rice is what they're going to go for. Why not? And they're just going to have a sketch on the cover of just like a figure. You can't tell if it's man or woman, because, again, that could be sexist. That could be really sexist to do that. What is wrong with you fucking people? Honestly. And then the best one today, I couldn't believe this was true till I checked it out on Twitter. And yes, it was true. They're changing the name of Eskimo pies because Eskimos are offended. Like Eskimo pies. You know what an Eskimo pie is? It's a dirty sex act that you do probably twice a year with a random hooker in a beaten down, smelly hotel room. Oh, it's the other Eskimo pie. No, it's, that chocolate bar, ice cream treat and all that. Who was complaining about that? Seriously, who is offended by Eskimo pie? Shut the fuck up. Seriously, shut the fuck up. They're not changing fucking, Mama Celeste and all that. Fucking, that could be, that's a, stereotype of Italians. I'm going to cook you something good today. Nobody cares about that. Nobody's bitching. They're all shutting the fuck up about it. But everybody else is fucking wetting their pants over shit like that. Listen, stop. It all comes to one thing. Stop being a fucking pussy. Stop being a pussy. Yes, there are certain things that shouldn't be shown. You know what? I can't even say that, though. There's like certain cartoons I've seen on YouTube that I didn't even know existed that were horrible. Or had blackface and all that shit. Now, is it something I want on rotation if I had a kid for them to see and everything? No, but it has the right to exist. Something that's not as offensive to me and to a lot of other people, like a movie like Gone with the Wind or a brand of syrup, I think you're just reaching a little bit. And honestly, if it's going to be by that set of rules, then a lot of shit has to go. And it's going to end up touching something that you like. And then the people that are bitching are going to have a problem. I swear, I guarantee you, 10, 20 years from now, non-binary and all that shit's going to be offensive. I guarantee you they'll be offensive. They'll be like, no, now it's gigolophobe. Yeah, if you're not a gigolophobe, that is just iggish. That is iggish. And if you're iggish, you know what that means, don't you? Yeah. Can't believe people used to talk like that. Things change. But it doesn't mean we should forget our past or ignore what we have now. Listen, if it leads to an act of racism or hatred, then get rid of it. I have never once heard a person say, well, I saw Gone with the Wind and I had to do something horrible to somebody who was, darker skin than me. I saw Gone with the Wind. I watched the whole fucking... The only reason you don't watch Gone with the Wind because it's 3 fucking hours. I wouldn't watch that movie if you fucking paid me. I don't want to see it because it's fucking 80 hours long. Here, make an abridged version of Gone with the Wind. There, I'm for that. You want to do a little bit of censorship? We'll meet halfway. Fucking fine. But I swear to Christ, what is wrong with these pussy people? I'm so fucking done with pussy people. I can't stand them. And I know that's misogynistic because you're referring to a woman's anatomy. Ooh, it's so bad. It's so horrible. You're mean. Watch this out, God. I'm in big fucking trouble. I give not a fuck anymore. It's killing me, this fucking PC behavior. Anti-PC shit is good. PC behavior has gotten so ridiculous. It started in the 80s. It has gotten so ridiculous in the past 5 years alone. 5 years alone. You can't say something like, hey, you guys anymore to a group of people. Because a woman might grab her breast and say, oh my God, what do you mean you guys? Is that all inclusive? You know what my reaction would be? Yes, shut the fuck up, bitch. That's what it would be. He called me a bitch because you're acting like a bitch. You're acting like a fucking bitch right now. I see people on YouTube tripping over themselves not to say the word bitch, not to say, fuck and everything else, not to, they can't say the word that describes sexual assault because that could get them blocked or demonetized. When are we all going to just get plastic bubbles and live in them? When is that happening? When do I get mine? Stop the nonsense shit. You're being a bunch of pussies right now. Seriously. I'm tired of hearing toxic masculinity. I'm tired of hearing, misogyny, all this stuff. Yes, this shit exists. And when it's really there, point it out, call it out, deal with the fucking problem. But if you're telling me a movie or a fucking syrup or a box of rice is leading to the whole, degradation of a whole group of people, you're full of shit. You're full of fucking shit. There's no way. You're telling me Uncle Ben's rice and Aunt Jemima's syrup has been out there, so no black doctors ever, made it. That never happened. There's no black scientists or anything. Yes, there have. People made progress. Okay? I'm not saying everything is perfect. Obviously it's not with everything going on with the cops and, killing of innocent minorities, a lot of times innocent minorities at this point. Cops they got a hair trigger. They're fucking... I gotta stop talking because this video is gonna get me in so much fucking trouble. But you know what? I don't care anymore because I'm just so sick of the bullshit. You know what? We all know what's right and wrong right here at the end of the day, okay? We all know what contributes to hate right here at the end. It's not me. It's not things I say. It's not, a bottle of syrup. It's not rice. It's not a movie. Get fucking real. But that's part of the problem. No, you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. If you really cared about a cause out there, there's plenty of... You can volunteer for Black Lives Matter. You can volunteer for a women's abuse shelter. You can help out where it matters. You can help the homeless. There's plenty you can do. For the people that have this much fucking time on their hands to worry about Gone with the Wind, syrup, the name of Eskimo fucking pies and all that shit, you're failing humanity. You're the problem. You are. Jump off the planet already, because get rid of them. You can tell I'm cranky, also because of the heat. Enjoy me while it lasts, because this channel will probably go